is on the map. This is Long Island, whoever is familiar with New York. And here's Ansonia, goes over the Housasonic River and then the Naugatuck River. And Ansonia is right at the confluence of the Naugatuck and the Housatonic. Bridgeport, New Haven. Connecticut's not a large state. It's only 100 miles across and about 60 miles north to south. It's only about 7 or 8 times the size of Silverville County. Yet there's over 3.5 million people that live there. Wow. So pretty densely populated, heavy industry. I'm just going to go through it a little bit. So Ansonia is found by Anson Phelps, who wanted to call it Phelpsville, but that name was already taken. So he names it Ansonia instead, and he starts the Ansonia Brass Company there.
Hey Pat,
In 1850.
you want to hit your button?
Oh, sorry. Do you want me to start over? So by 1850, the Ansonia Clock Company is founded. Has anybody ever heard of an Ansonia clock? Nice, beautiful mantle clocks. Yep. So Ansonia is known as the Copper City. I just thought it was just us. And if you go to Facebook, the Copper City Bar and Grill gets 4.7 stars, just so you know. So I love the similarities between Ansonia and Butte. I've never been there, but after looking at all this, I kind of want to go there. Naugatuck River, heavily industrialized, and they are now restoring the stream. We do have a greenway trail along the Naugatuck River now. Does anybody know the name of the trail the trail along the creek between Butte and Anaconda? The Greenway. That's
The
right.
Copperway. Isn't it the Copperway?
Depends on the day.
That's what the signs say Copperway.
So in 1866, another Frenchman, Pierre Lallement, or Lallement, I'm not sure, patented an invention called the rotary crank dandy horse. You and I know it as the bicycle. And he moves to Ansonia to start manufacturing this thing. And so every year now, in May, they have a bicycle festival. What do we have in July that has to do with bikes? Evil days, right? Do you see the parallels? Isn't this interesting? Their public high school's color is purple, and their high school football team has won over 20 state championships. In 2000, Ansonia was designated an All-American City. I think that's the same designation Butte has. We got it in 1988, I think. Smaller than Butte, though. About 20,000 people there at the last official census. And fire has destroyed many of their landmark buildings. Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So here is an Ansonia clock. They specialized in mantle clocks. And the clock industry went through this evolution similar to what we've done with cell phones. You remember the cell phones from the 80s?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you had the backpack, you had to crank it. And so now they're like choking hazards, right? Clocks were about the same way. They started with the big grandfather clocks. And a lot of those had, the workings were wood. And then they started to go brass for all the internal workings. And here's what it looks like. Who knows what brass is made of? Copper and zinc. That's right. What about bronze? Copper and tin. Right. So this is the brass workings. So these guys needed copper, right, to make their clocks. These are all Ansonia clocks.
Wow.
So, I mean, these were works of art. And people back in the day, this was one of the things that if you had the money, you bought an Ansonia clock. Some of them are very elaborate.
Yeah. Oh,
It's a
I
wall
like
clock.
that.
The clocks kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Eventually, we put them in our pockets and then on the wrist, right?
Yeah.
Pretty soon, they'll put the chip in your head to tell you what time it is. So these are all Ansonias. There's the granddaddy. So they had stores in almost every major city in Europe and on the East Coast. So the Farrell Foundry was founded by Elmon Farrell, 1L, in 1851. And he made brass weights and gears for the clocks. Immediately expanded. He built the Waterbury plant and the Ansonia plant. And then by 1857, they were all working together as one. But they were both Farrell foundries. During the Civil War, of course, you don't make parts for clocks, you make bayonets and cannon barrels. And when the war is over, they retooled. And look at all the different things they made. I mean, I don't intend to read that, but these guys, it was made of metal, these guys could make it. Here's their plant in Ansonia. This is the Naugatuck. Kind of looks like some boat, doesn't it? See the fish jumping? No. Here's the Farrell Foundry back here. That's called Bridge Street. I don't know why. But. Here's another shot from the other angle. I love the postcards. If ever any smoke in the postcards.
Well, that's delicious. Nothing else.
Here's that Waterbury Farrell Foundry again. And here it is today. The one thing I liked about this photo is, have you ever been by the Parrot machine shop at the Parrot? Mine. It's a lot like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, looks nice, yeah.
So this is the rotary converter furnace. Looks a lot like the one they had in the Parrot. There they are tapping the furnace. Nice clean place to work, huh? This is where that furnace used to be.
Wow. Yeah.
At least the building's still standing. This is their catalog from, I think this is 1920s actually. This is an ad in a newspaper article. So they made all kinds of machines. There's a press. They've been at it for a long time. You always hear about Butte and the copper going towards the war effort. Well, here it is, Waterbury Farrell. Ammunition equipment manufacturing started during the Spanish-American War. Became a prominent supplier during World War I. During World War II, Farrell was a major supplier of ammunition and machinery to England and the U.S. government, as well as their contractors. So now you know where all that copper went and how it got into the war effort. Here's one of their machines that makes shell casings. And they actually have, if you go to Farrell Industries, it has little videos that shows one of these machines working, pressing out the casings and then throwing the bullet in it. It's amazing.
Wow.
But that's what comes out the other end. Anybody recognize what that is?
Is it an oven door?
Close.
Furnace door?
I think it's
A
someplace
safe.
where you want to keep precious items.
A
Safe,
safe?
safe
Safes.
door.
They
Oh,
also made safes.
that's kind of cool, that picture.
And of course, if you weren't at work, you were playing for the company team, right? That was right in. You couldn't play baseball, you played basketball.
Oh, wow. Look at that guy at the end, sit there.
So these are some of the machines they make still today. You can see they all have, you know, the nice little ferrule symbol on them. Don't ask me what they do. Good stuff, huh? That one's a lathe, I know that much.
What gave it away?
But some impressive machines.
Yeah.
And I think they actually invented a machine to mix rubber. And then you take the rubber and you basically take a sheet of paper or a sheet of leather, is how they did it in the old days, and then they would coat that with rubber. And these guys kind of invented that process. So
Wow.
they had contracts with Goodyear and all kinds of stuff. So they were a pretty big deal. And this is the same guy that started Parrot because he needed the copper to do this. But of course, eventually the family,
Oh my God. look at this
Dies.
stone.
so that's not Mount Moriah, that's the Pharaoh plot in Pine Grove Cemetery in Ansonia.
Stones are amazing.
But it looks kind of familiar, huh?
It does.
Drive down South Montana Street.
It does.
See, there's proof, it's only one L. And what happens when the founders die and the jobs start going away? Well, your plant ends up looking like that.
That's so sad.
And then what happens?
They tear it down.
These guys come to the rescue. That's the mayor,
Oh.
and here's the would-be governor who didn't get elected.
Oh.
But what was their motto, their campaign slogan?
Make America great again.
Bring back. So anyway, I just wanted to trace this line out to find out where the copper from the Parrot Smelter went.
There it is.
This is where.
Wow.
It just seems so familiar. That was it.
Cool.